dingus here, bringing you a different type of video today. Man, I've always been so curious about how much money YouTubers make and the analytics behind their videos and whatnot. Even before I started making a YouTube channel myself. So now that I'm in that position today, I figured I'd share some of the information I've gleaned from having a YouTube channel of around 2,000, give or say, for the majority of my career on YouTube. Also, one thing I just value in general on this channel is transparency. And I figured some of you would be interested, and I want to show you guys how much I actually can make from this, and whether it is actually sustainable as a job for income. Bottom line, it isn't, but we'll get more into that in a bit. So let's look into how much can you expect to make with about 2,000 subscribers into YouTube. First things first, if you don't have a YouTube channel and you want a ballpark idea of how much money someone makes on YouTube, Twitch, whatever the hell, just go to socialblade.com. The base product is absolutely free. You don't need to pay nothing. Just type in socialblade.com, put in the name of your channel you want, even the platform. You can go to YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. You apparently make money these days. Things are getting out of control. Put in the name of whatever you want to search. Now here's my channel. Ignore the grade because that's just complete BS. It tells you how many uploads, subscribers, video views. I didn't disclose my country for some reason. If you put in your country, it shows you the rank of how many subscribers you have compared to everyone else in your country. It has it by games because I'm in the gaming category, I guess. So it tells you how many subscribers from the last video. And I can tell you all of these things. You can just take a glance right here and look for yourself. I'm not going to go through everything here, but mostly people are interested in the yearly earnings. And I would say that this is somewhat accurate. I'd say look at around the 50% mark for an accurate amount. So for here, between 100 and 1.3K, we're talking about $700, and that is actually extremely accurate. One thing to keep in mind, though, is this does not include sponsorship deals. So if you sold your soul to NordVPN and the like, they might be making a couple $100s more, maybe even more than that. I don't know how much these people pay. They've never approached me. If NordVPN or I don't even know, Grammarly or some crap approached me, I'd slam the door on their face, so I have no idea how much you'd actually make. But yeah, and it shows you how many subscribers. Looks apparently my subscribers are down, but you know, that's life. Shows you how many weekly views. You can look down here and it goes in the weeds, but I usually focus up here. If you want to, you can go into the weeds down there. Shows you on a week-to-week basis. Shows you your last video. It shows, man, so this is the best way to look at the basic numbers behind a YouTube channel without having any insight into the channel itself. So before we get into the channel itself and the analytics, I want to say, how do you actually get paid on YouTube in the first place? Because some of you are probably curious. You can't just upload a picture of you eating cereal and think you're going to get 20 cents or something like that. That's not how YouTube works. So in order to get monetized on YouTube these days, and the things keep changing, so it might change within the next few months or years, you basically need to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. And you also need to give YouTube your phone number so they can pawn it off to call centers in India for some quick cash. So if you do those three things, you will be able to get monetized by YouTube. Honestly, for me, 1K sub was the easiest of all of them. I was very reluctant to give up my phone number, so that was the second easiest one, but the hardest one was actually 4K watch hours. And this is after the fact that most of my videos are 35 minutes plus. So it'll take much longer for channels that have shorter videos to get 4,000 watch hours. I remember I got 1K subs in less than a month. It took me about 3 to 4 months in order to get the 4,000 watch hours. And I had about 2 to 3 views per video, or 2 to 3,000 views per video. So this is not some small amount. 4,000 watch hours is a long time. So by the way, once you do get monetized, you do not get retroactive pay for your views in the past. You can have 1 million views on your first video, and until you get monetized, you'll get nothing. But once you get monetized, you only start getting money thenceforth. You can get some views for your old videos, but you will not get reimbursed for the cash that your old videos made YouTube in the first place. So that's kind of annoying. By the way, once you do get monetized and you're sucking in that sweet ad revenue, you gotta keep in mind, YouTube takes a 45% cut of that revenue. So you only get 55% of the money that YouTube generates off your videos from ads. So, and that is before taxes as well. So you take your 45% cut, YouTube takes it away. You take your federal taxes, you take your state taxes. Maybe you're in Europe and that doesn't apply, but you're not getting that much money from what you see at the very beginning. Also, for super chat donations, if someone donates during a stream, you get to keep 70%. So it's a little bit lower for that. YouTube only takes 30%. So super chat, you still get to give up a little bit of the cut, but it's not as bad. Welcome to the dingus Studios channel dashboard. Here you can find all your channel analytics, basic overview, how many subscribers, the increase over the past 28 days, how many views over the last 28 days. You guys will quickly catch on. YouTube is fixated on 28 days. They must love the month of February because it's always every 28 days. Forget 30, forget 31, 28 days. So you can look at your most recent video and the latest video performance. How did it compare to my other videos? Not well, apparently, but who gives a shit? So you can see how many views in the first 5 days in 1 hour. It calculates by exact amounts, which is pretty awesome. How many views? I don't pay attention to these two, but if that interests you, then power to you. You can look at your top videos in the last 48 hours as well, how many views they gathered. But there's also content, playlists, but we're all interested in analytics. So at this part, you can see how many views you have, your watch time. Like I said, 4K is the minimum you need to get monetized. So in this past 28 days, hashtag February fetish, I got 5,000 views. So even at my 2.5K current amount of subscribers, it still took me a little less than a month in order to get to that 4K threshold, which is actually 900 more than normal. So it's not easy. So it shows you subscribers by the day, which is kind of cool. Shows you watch time by the day. Shows you your estimated revenue, which is probably the most interesting for you guys. So we'll be focusing on revenue in this video, even though there's plenty of other nice analytics you can look at. You can look at reach, engagement, audience. You can see how old your audience is, whether they identify as a male or female or whatever, and you can see so many other analytics, but that's going to take hours to get through, so we're just going to focus on revenue. So we're looking at the 28 days, but we don't do that here. We look at the lifetime of the channel here. And now it's a little less pretty, but it shows you my total estimated revenue throughout my entire YouTube career since getting monetized in early January. I started this channel in early November, finally got monetized in early January, and this is the amount of revenue I made from January onwards. As you can see, I've been doing this for about 6 months, maybe 7 months at this point, so let's see. So assuming I double this, I get to around $650, which is not too far off from the $700 estimate that Social Blade had at the beginning. So YouTube doesn't only just show your total estimated revenue or per month as your own choosing, it also shows your expected revenue per milli. So for you Latin lovers out there, milli having to do with 1,000, your revenue expected per 1,000 views. However, I typically do not use this statistic because it retroactively counts all your videos at the beginning that did not get revenue. So all my videos with thousands of views at the beginning that got me no money bring down this revenue, because I definitely get more than $2 a million or 1,000 views. So typically I follow the playback-based CPM model, which shows you how much YouTube makes per 1,000 views. So YouTube makes about $7. They take about 45% of that out of it. That's how much money they take from you. So sorry, YouTube does not make $7. The video generates $7. YouTube takes 45%, you get 55%. So on average, I get around $3.50 per 1,000 views. And that is an accurate statistic. That is how much I actually make. So every 1,000 views, $3.5. Most of my videos earn 4,000 views, so I get about $14 per video. Now, keep in mind that I put in 6 to 8 hours of labor per video, and you quickly see I make less than $2 an hour making these videos. Keep in mind there's also upfront costs associated with your YouTube channel. I spent around $350 in terms of Camtasia, $250 in my mic, $100 in Popper. So $350 I put up front. I still have not broken even after 6-7 months of making YouTube videos to my original amount of $350 that I spent just to set up all this crap. So keep that in mind when you're creating a YouTube channel. It might take a long ass time for you to actually make your money back you spent for all your equipment. This section also shows you your monthly estimated revenue by month, as you can see here, and your top earning videos, which my top was heavily skewed by a big donation during a stream. So you can't really extrapolate your data because you're not sure how much money you're gonna earn per video. You're not sure how much people are gonna donate. So you can't really extrapolate, oh, I'm gonna have 200,000 subscribers. You can't just multiply my earnings by 100. It really depends on your views and donations and sponsorships. So don't extrapolate data. That's why I prefer to use socialblade.com rather than just guessing. It tells you your revenue sources, ad revenue, premium, I don't know what that is. Mostly there's skippable ads is the majority of my revenue. Transaction revenue, I don't even know. That's from my donations. They took a heavy cut. I think I got donated $70 and they took out the amount, and then I got $46 before taxes. So Yeah, this is basically a nice little overview of how much money I make, around 3.5 bucks per thousand and about 14 bucks a video. And like I said, 8 hours a video, it's not very profitable. And I still haven't made up my amount of money I sunk in the beginning for my YouTube channel after 7-8 months of work. So I do not recommend starting a YouTube channel for money at the beginning. I recommend doing it for fun, which is what I do. I have no intention to actually go into this for money. I have a full-time job after all. It's more of a hobby for me, but you know, the extra 300 bucks, it doesn't hurt. So I hope you guys learned something. If you have questions about any of this crap, just ask me in the comment section. And I'll see you next time for another Advanced Moors video.